Or AWS going down, creating a huge global disruption for hours Monday. The issue highlighting how critical one company can be to our entire economy. Well, joining us now to break down how AWS was able to handle the crisis leadership expert with the Fallston Group, Weinhold. Rob, thanks again for coming in.
No, my pleasure. Good morning.
This is a perfect example on a global scale of what happened just yesterday. And there were some jokes. People were saying, oh, I can't shop or I can't send my Venmo. What's the big deal? It shows you how much we're relying on just a few companies to have our global economy there. AWS backs so many different things, from gaming to Robinhood accounts. I'm just naming some of the big names that are in there. How was AWS able to handle this crisis and say, okay, on a global scale, everyone calm down, we've got the situation under control?
Well, the message got out very, very quickly, and the bottom line is this is going to happen. You're going to have business continuity interruptions anytime you have the digitization, whether you're a global organization or a Main Street business. And so whether you woke up and you're trying to use the McDonald's app, Signal, or check FanDuel to see if your team hit the night before, the bottom line is you couldn't do it. And so redundancy becomes really important for every business, because we know that from a crisis leadership standpoint, crises cost time, money, customers, careers, and ultimately your business.
And does it make it easier then if we know it's going to happen, just with which company and when? I mean, does that make it a little bit easier, or should we say, okay, I don't trust this company, what's my alternative?
Well, you hit on a key term, marketplace trust, and so we use something called the resilient moment communications model. So when something happens, if companies answer these 5 questions, more than 95% of the questions that people have will have been answered. What happened? What caused it? What are the short and long-term effects? What's being done now and what's being done in the future? And consumers need to know what they need to do to make sure that they're able to live their lives normally. But companies, whether you're AWS or a company that's been impacted, let's say like McDonald's, has to communicate to their customers to answer those 5 questions so that they feel better about the brand experience.
Do you see companies like say, let's stay with the McDonald's app. If that McDonald's app, if they say, hey, it's not us, talk to AWS, does that help, or is that kind of like pass the buck, or is that something where they still have to establish, no, we need to take control, it's our app, the buck stops here, even though we're using AWS?
Terrible strategy, right, to blame somebody else. You always want to take accountability, but you want to answer those 5 questions, take the mystery out of what's happening, and make sure people understand exactly where you are in that customer journey, or that journey to go ahead and get the technology fixed, so to speak. So we've worked with clients in our business where they've been the quote-unquote victims of a third-party provider who interrupts their continuity, but they have to be forthright, talk about what's happening, make sure that the consumers understand, flatten the learning curve, because at the end, it's about maintaining that marketplace trust. The bottom line is this: if you don't tell your story, someone else will, and when someone else tells your story, it certainly won't be the story that you want told. Get out there and talk.
Get ahead of it. You also do training, right, at Fallston Group for other people. How do you get in contact with Fallston Group to be able to do training where you train people to actually do this exact same steps?
Media and presentation training is a big offering of ours, but fallstongroup.com, get on there, give us a buzz, and we'll talk to you about it. But thank you very much.
Rob Weinhold, thank you. Always great to